So we've got to talk about Jesse Jackson and, the Democrats showing once again that they genuinely don't care about people. All they care about is power and control. That is it, and that is all, and they proved it once again. I got a clip up that I want to play for you guys. And in this first clip is Jesse Jackson's son. And he's speaking before Jesse Jackson's funeral has proceeded. And take a listen to what he says. And then take a close listen to what is being said immediately after Jesse Jackson's son says what he says. And let me know what you think. And then, of course, I got some more clips to come after that. But with that being said, let's dive in.
Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived to these homegoing services. Right. Come respectful and come to say thank you. But these homegoing services are welcome to all. Democrat, Republican, liberal, and conservative, right wing, left wing, because his life is broad enough to cover the full spectrum of what it means to be an American. We only ask people to come and be respectful in the context of the extraordinary life that he lived.
Each day we wake up to some new assault on our democratic institutions. Another setback to the idea of the rule of law. An offense to common decency. Every day you wake up to things you just didn't think were possible. Each day we're told by those in high office to fear each other and to turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others.
I don't care what they do in Washington. I care what we do in the community. We beat people bigger than Trump. We fought people harder than them if we stand up and be what we're supposed to be.
This is bad times like now. We're in a tough spot, folks. We got an administration that doesn't share any of the values that we have. And I don't think I'm exaggerating a little bit.
Let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
Yeah. You heard that. You heard that. His son said, do not bring your politics here. And you know what Democrats proceeded to do? Do exactly just that. Make a man's funeral all about politics. What a damn shame. What a shame. And, there are lots of people who are speaking out against it, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. As we all should. Because that is absolutely disgusting. To take the time at a man's funeral to talk about politics when you've been, first off, it shouldn't be a place for politics anyway, at a funeral. Like, my goodness. But after the man's son requested that you not do so, you proceeded to do it anyway? Like, how disrespectful are you? My goodness, man. Let's just jump into these clips.
So we supposed to just sit here and act like these Negroes did not just disrespect Reverend Jesse Jackson's entire life. What I just witnessed has to be the most disrespectful funeral I've seen in my entire life, dog. I'm so tired of having to start videos off with all this dramatic entrance. But God damn it, they do the most dramatic shit. It is what it is. Bro, former President Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, former President Joe Biden, all went to Reverend Jesse Jackson's funeral, and they turned it into a political tirade. I mean, this thing looks like an absolute circus. These in here crying about things that have nothing to do with them. You got Kamala Harris standing up on the stage telling everyone that, oh, she predicted everything that was going to happen, which she did. And all she did, I mean, did anyone remember when Kamala Harris was running for president? Then all she did was laugh. You can't find one Democrat voter, and I actually mean one, that can cite what Kamala Harris said during her campaign, her presidential campaign, that resonated with them and the hearts of at least 10 Americans. Find me one Democrat that can find one citation for Kamala Harris that resonates with at least 10 Americans. I bet everything in my entire bank account you cannot do it on the streets of America. I bet you can't. Neither here nor there. She's out there claiming that she's predicted of what happens happening in America. We're winning. We're dominating. Nation after nation, we're dominating. Taking no L's. Of course, the loss of 4 soldiers is a L. Can't ignore that. But the loss of any police officer on a day-to-day is a L too. Firefighter is a L. Paramedic is a L. The loss of people that protect and preserve is a L. But guess what? When you take these dangerous jobs, it comes with dangerous risks. Nonetheless, they turn this funeral into a absolute, let me say it again, goddamn circus. So we supposed to just sit here and act like these Negroes did not just disrespect Reverend Jesse Jackson's entire life.
He's correct. He's correct. What a shameful display.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
So shameful.
Jackson's son specifically asked everybody that attended the funeral to not bring politics to this celebration of life for him. What did Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, and everybody else who got up there, what did they do? They made it political. They started talking about the left and the right, and Al Sharpton talking about we can defeat Trump. We've been doing this for... Did you not hear what the son of Reverend Jesse Jackson said? He said, leave that stuff at home. And
Trump derangement is one hell of a disease. It's one hell of a disease. It really is. We can defeat Trump. You realize Trump only got 3 more years left, and really less than that now. So what are you going to say when Trump is done? You just going to move that same rhetoric on to somebody else? Like, it's foolishness, man. It's foolishness. But like I said, Trump derangement is a real disease. They heard that man's son say what he said and still got up there and made it all about politics. What a shame.
First thing you guys did, you see, this is the thing. You guys are so desperate, right? You don't have your own campaigns. None of you guys have anything going on. So you use every opportunity that cameras are going to be there to spew out your hate for Trump, all right? Instead of doing the groundwork and getting back in office, getting back in position to take over, you guys disrespect Jesse Jackson when his son specifically said, please leave politics at home today. This is the celebration of life. But it goes to show you how disrespectful these people are, because they don't give about nothing other than defeating Trump. That's Trump derangement syndrome at its finest. Reverend Jesse Jackson.
It really is. It really is. And you know, it's crazy because that's literally all they have. It's all they have. Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. That's all they got. No policies on, you know, how they're going to improve the lives of Americans, you know, better than what, more than what Republicans have. None of that. Notice they never talk about how they're going to make our lives better in any way, shape, or fashion. It's always Trump, 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 Trump. That's all it is. That's their one and only policy is F Donald Trump. Sad, man. Really, really sad. Really, really sad.
Okay. You know what?
I got more clips. I'm going to jump into some more. I was thinking about playing these, but, you know, check it out.
Where the entire point is to talk about his life, his legacy, his accomplishments. And somehow, y'all managed to turn that into a damn political press conference. I mean, the audacity is almost impressive. Kamala got her up there talking about, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not here to say I told you so. First of all, when someone says I'm not here to say I told you so, that's exactly what the hell they're doing. That's like saying no offense right before you say the most offensive known to mankind. This is a funeral, not a State of the Union therapy session. And then Obama steps up there with his dramatic voice like he's narrating a Netflix documentary. We're living in a time when it can be hard to hope. Every day, another assault on democracy. Another offense to common decency. You know what I think is an offense to common decency? Using a man's funeral as a political dog whistle roast session for an administration like they personally took the man out. That's wild to me. Because the last time I checked, funerals are supposed to be about the deceased, right? Not your loosely thin campaign speech. And let's not act brand new here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you better get in line. Because wasn't it Jesse himself who once said on a hot mic that he wanted to cut Obama's nuts off for talking down to black folks? That's why I don't put it past anybody. People will barely talk to you in life and then turn around and get drunk and eat chicken at your funeral. And these politicians, man, they all smile in your face, quote scripture, talk about unity, and then sneak their political agenda into your damn eulogy. If you really want to honor the man, here's a bright idea. Talk about him, his life, his fight, his accomplishments. Not your hatred for the other party, and then definitely not some sideways jab at the commander-in-chief. Like the whole room is too stupid to catch it. But hey, you know, that's politics for you. They'll turn anything into a campaign speech, even a casket. You show up to a man's funeral where the entire point...
I want to look up and see, because I think I do remember coming across that clip not long ago of Jesse Jackson saying that. Actually, yeah. I think I found it. Hold on. I gotta pull this up. And I promise we're gonna jump back into this video here. But when he said it, I was like, man, I feel like I have seen that. You know? Let's see here. Let me find it on my computer now. Here we go. I think this is it.
Talking down to black people on those faith-based
And look at oh, yeah, Barack Obama been talking down to black people. I want to cut his nuts off. Yo, Jesse Jackson was not playing, man. He was not playing. Now, I want to play the follow-up of what Jesse Jackson's son had to say following, you know, all of these Democrat politicians who, like the brother said, listen, the disrespect, it's a little impressive. I ain't gonna even lie to you. To be that disrespectful at a man's funeral is crazy. It's crazy. Like the cojones to do something like that, I admit, pretty crazy, extremely disrespectful. But man, this is what Jesse Jackson's son had to say after.
Yesterday, I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson. He maintained a tense relationship with the political order, not because the presidents were white or black, but the demands of our message, the demands of speaking for the least of these, those who were disinherited, the damned, the dispossessed, the disrespected, demanded not Democratic or Republican solutions, but demanded a consistent, prophetic voice that at no point in time ever sold us out as a people.
Did y'all see that? Once Al Sharpton realized that he was going after the Democrats for what they did the previous day, he sat his ass down. Yeah, I'm getting up out of here, y'all. Hey, kudos to Jesse Jackson's son, man. Kudos. Put them folks in their place. You specifically requested for them not to do what they did, and they did it anyway, right in front of your face. How disrespectful. Oh, man. I love it. Calling them out as he should. He should have called him out by name. These folks don't even know Jesse Jackson. Didn't know him. And yet got up at his funeral talking like they were best of buddies. You know who can say that they were buddies and friends? Trump. Yep. I got the clips. Baby, and I'll show y'all those clips 1,000 times. 1,000 times. So I'm gonna spare y'all today, but I just had to talk about that a little bit. Y'all let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.